More than any of the other sessions in this series, I really wish I could be in your small group tonight. I'd love to meet you and hear your stories and meet your friends, and gosh, we could just get in a little huddle and sing Kumbaya and trade email addresses and promise to write every day. And then in a week or so, you'd open up your inbox and an email would be from Doug Fields and you would delete. And some of you might be thinking with your small group friends, don't worry, I'll never do that to you. I would never delete one of your emails. Okay, here's the reality. And I really hope that the people in your small group become some of your closest friends, because we are created by God to need other people, and our small group should be a place where you can be open and vulnerable about your hopes and your fears and your struggles. But it's interesting to me how difficult it is to be friends over the long haul. I mean, it seems like sooner or later we forget about one another or we let one another down. It doesn't happen on purpose because everybody has good intentions right now. But what happens is that we think our small group will create this warm, fuzzy, gosh, you're my best friend moments. And sometimes that does happen, which is great. But long-lasting friendships are based not on feelings. See, there's a difference between feelings and follow-through. There's a difference between intentions and integrity. There's a difference between shallow commitments and a solidified character. And this is kind of what we've been talking about in this series, right? I mean, there's a difference between talk and actions. We've had a theme called Love Out Loud, and it came from this one verse. Let's read it one more time together. Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. We've learned that love risks, and love serves, and love multiplies, and love forgives. And today we're going to talk about one more thing love does, and it's super important to understand. Love lasts. And it's great that you're in a small group. Now, how do you continue to develop close relationships with the people around you? I'm so proud of you for learning to forgive, like we talked about last time, and for learning to multiply with your simple acts of obedience. But how do you keep loving out loud when small group is over? How do you keep these friendships going and investing in one another's lives? Now, it's a tough question, and it's one that I don't have all the answers to. But the most important thing I know to tell you about the Christian life is that it's about being before it's about doing. Okay? You be first, you do second. So if we were taking a pop quiz, you would say the Christian life is about what? Being, then it's about doing. That's it. Being first, doing second. Let me explain what I mean by that. Imagine a guy marries this girl, and immediately the guy starts doing all these things. He's mowing, he's raking, he's fixing the car, he's carving an ice sculpture of her, skywriting her name for everybody to see. He's growing flowers that he waters every day and somehow is able to figure out how to have her name on the flower petals. And at first she'd think, oh, this is so sweet. But what about over time? She would probably realize, he's doing so much for me that he's never actually with me. And I can imagine she'd probably tell her new husband, hey, slow down. I want you to be my husband, not just do husbandy things. Does that make sense? Because this do mentality, it can become a problem for many of us who follow Christ. Because we put this spiritual checklist together, and it's all about doing. Did I read my Bible today? Check. Did I memorize a Bible verse today? Check. Did I memorize 5 Bible verses? Check, 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 check. Was I nice to the dog? Check. Did I say a prayer for my gerbil? Check. Did I push the old lady off the park bench? No check. Did I think about it? Check. See, the problem with this do mentality is that if it's all about doing, it doesn't last. Christians who spend their life doing things to love others end up burning out. And maybe what Jesus wants us to do today is just stop doing Christianity and start being in my love. Because when we're in His love, we reflect His love. So my prayer for you in our last time together is that you would really know, you'd really know for yourself how much Jesus loves you, that you would live every day in this love. And as you experience it for yourself, that Jesus would continue to help you show love to others, and that He would show you areas where you can make a difference by risking and by serving and by being obedient and by forgiving. And then your love will last. Because whereas our ability to love has a limit, Jesus' love for you and for others is limitless. And I got to tell you, I have loved this opportunity to teach you, even though we may never meet. I believe that young followers of Jesus are the hope of the world. So as you get together in a small group to discuss what we're talking about, discuss how a love can last and how you can hold one another accountable to a love that lasts. Not a love that is always about doing, but a love that is about being a man or woman of God. God bless you.